Mamene Mr. Emmanuel Amoadakwa ending como economist na mention thoughts. Direct question and maybe sano. Menwen why. Opani mwaka ba eba jumedi ni so.
Major Sumini Abena.
Me pacho paint picture na MI. Sa levies and taxes here abe. I didn't ebe Ghana for.
Yeah, my mention with you for an we are about 5 or 6 taxes and levies are in the 2021 budget about a bit too journal. I'm going to look at it from 2 angles.
Okay.
The first angle, the impact on government revenue. 2021 budget, you didn't say we are projecting a budget deficit of about 42 billion Ghana cedis. As a result of, say, revenues and performing na expenditure so far na cost show. The say government are finding ways of raising additional revenues into na or the sum of these taxes by. On the government side, now we are looking forward to raking in a lot of revenue. Now, on the consumption side, what will be the impact of it? In economics, you afraid be the incidence of tax. Incidence of tax, and say, I bind the tax bar. What will be the impact on producers, and what will be the impact on consumers? Taxes here, almost all of them, ebequetia consumption because say be a okoto petrol 20 pesos for Delta Fund, 10 pesos for sanitation. These are direct ones. It is going to increase prices of petroleum prices. And not the direct. It be also a year 5% on a year profit before tax of banks. And also, it's going to go largely on the producer side. If only we do the proper due diligence, say banks will not have a way of maybe sending these additional expenditure to the more use of their product and services, then it will be borne by the producers. So on the whole, no. I see the consumption side, and the Timamofo now general increase in prices of goods and services. Let's not even forget the government is also going to review their road tolls to reflect current inflation rate. And this the inflation rate 2020 by about 10%. We are going to see a 10% increase in a year road tolls. Meaning, no more can be a component, back of the ordinary Ghanaians and businesses as well.
Picture our painting Amaeno. Said the ordinary Ghanaian is going to bear all these things. Now say there isn't a commensurate increase. Ghanaian no the salary and as any wages are the Emmanuel. Then what awaits the Ghanaian?
If it will be disposable income. Disposable income, so you see the free money and a card be coffee, So disposable income is going to reduce because tripartite committee of employers and employees no more to make settle on even an increment or otherwise in minimum wage. And so we're going to see disposable income ever form. It's going to reduce like the marginality on these taxes and levies. That is what I can say about it in this double income.
Could government have done anything to alleviate the pressure these taxes would bring on Ghanaians? In Kababit me IBB Ebema and we hear Ghana for the above.
Good question. Now, I didn't hear but that's the first question I would see to say. But because your revenues are not performing, your expenditure so quite cost. And it was exacerbated by COVID-19. That is not to suggest that Ghana has a problem in the COVID-19. Before that, now we've seen a steady decline in revenue patterns, and we did some work for an institution. Clearly, we did an assessment of 10 years in revenue and expenditure. Your revenue patterns are not quite echo form, but expenditure and so quite echo. So what is going to happen is a budget deficit cost. Once your budget deficit cost, it will affect your public debt because also Kobo finance this deficit. So you can say in the past 10 years and so your public debt quite cost. What are the policy options are buying between with our employer? For us, we have suggested say we have to broaden the tax next. Akwaya did a cliche, ya can, but we are not doing a lot. But Abana Sheni maybe I say it may consolidate whereby you want to rob in a lot of people to pay taxes. I yet me or the national ID card about the digital addressing system about the next phase should be how to one must say a Ghana card about 10 numbers. So the next phase is how you consolidate programs to rob in a lot of people into the tax net. And thereby could be a exemption policy. How much we give investors, especially foreign investors doing business in Ghana. You know, the exemption policy is costing us a lot. And they in the bid of coming to do business. I think say as a country we have what it takes to attract businesses in terms of political stability and economic stability. So tax exemption baby no also it me mess what na it me raking a lot of revenue. Now it me the boy home rather than say going the easy approach say and the entities are there revenue taxes into petroleum price because these are easy measures that you can raise taxes. I think we could have done more.
There are those who say these taxes are counterproductive kakra for government because there's a possibility the introduction of these taxes will derail government's projections about one more macroeconomic targets are one more set here now. Opinion taking this saying?
To some extent, because if you are levying more taxes on businesses and individuals, their percentage of some bit here in terms of almost tax on bit here to abide will also have to decline because maybe at a memo for is Kasika Ebinya de maybe na into me fenye near the tax. Abandon so here Nimo say it will come as a percentage of Yan's revenue a yenya and our income a yenya any so the tax. But you do the analysis now here, I don't see counterproductiveness because of with specifically taxes they are paying. Go here petroleum pricing they about 30 pesos they also any profit before tax here they are so I don't see say a better counterproductive. So analysis now you look at how much you are gaining and how much you are losing. I think you will be gaining more than you will lose in this current arrangement of taxes.
It's interesting the last point I will make here about the percentages virtually say insignificant, but the concern then and say would government be in the
significant too?
But I say
insignificant.
Okay, the point I'm making is
petroleum prices. So look at the volumes of liters I consuming in a day.
Exactly.
Try one tax too. And insignificant, very significant. But
very significant.
Compared to how much government want to gain, especially the current the revenue and expenditure bucket na a bit more by no than say be counterproductive.
Who say it may lead to a month for a majuma.
Oh, in terms of loss of jobs, dear, I don't see the impact because businesses would want to minimize their cost. But me, who knows say a bit lead to loss of jobs, but I want to na kakana de bad dear, but a bit cause employers to make a decision based on say the 30% are to petroleum prices. So I know the admin who knows but Ebema margins and conform in terms of profit margins of businesses and also in terms of disposable income and so the conform.
Ima, and the payment was watching Bernard in common.
Mensomeda no chief was.
Imano Amo Dakwa in Edin Common away economist here, thoughts on a year taxes here, eba into 4C, the likely impact a benya away so. And an amity hanama may bobo media may concern any data and one and a yen yadi a year juma.